video to show some basic functionalities that are under human resources and payroll. So like I said in the proposal we sent to the company, the idea, main objective is to fully automate hybrid process. So for HR now, we have tried as much as possible to automate all the process of hybrid on as far as HR related issue is concerned. Though the automation might not be automatic, it might be a gradual process. But what we have done is to actually, make provision for everything that we need. So to be all of this will be achieved in phases and gradually. You can see from employees the job offer to onboarding, probation period, interview schedule, job application, job posting. All of this can be done from the system. So to be exploring each of these functionality as time goes by. But in the immediate, we're going to focus on how to use the application to calculate, to prepare payroll for now. Then while we try to put other functionalities into perspective. Number one, let's just look at the settings from the HR perspective. Having logged in, you start from HR and payroll. So these are all the functionalities. So for maintenance, these are the informations you can have under maintenance. So under report, these are various reports you can see, and these are where you can perform your transactions, just like the way we have it in our application structure. So let's start with the HR setting. So these are initial setup. These are the total employees. And then these are the information. We have salary structure, whether you want to use a structured graded hybrid. That is, you want to combine both structured and unstructured salary. So the salary setting. So whether you require KDI, you require grade, or two-step progression and all of that. Or structured salary. So whether you a lump sum and so depending on the settings. So the settings we have done for hybrid is unstructured. So we'll see how we can, change that in the future. Then you come to payroll. So you set up your payroll frequency, that monthly. Payroll cutoff date, 25th of every month, paid day. I just said this. If it's different, the HR can change it. Then probation period, working days, calendar days, or whatever period. So whether you are prorating first month salary, you set it to yes. Prorating last month salary in case somebody leaves, you set it to yes. So if the payroll requires approval, you set it to yes. If no, you just deactivate this. Then if this is activated, so for approval level of salary, you can set it to 2, 3, depending on them. Maybe for example, if HR prepares it to go through audits, if all these checks, account department will approve, then management approval, that's 3 approval. You set it to 3 approval, depending on the internal structure. So that's what that means. Then we have the statutory setup. So this is the payee. This the part of the payee. And the rent relief, you put it at a cap. So that is in line with the current tax law. The rent relief is maximum of 500, 20% of your employee's annual rent. There is a place we provided within the employee information. So the HR can enter the actual amount that the employee is paying as rent. So bear in mind that you need to educate the employee that they have to have receipt of the rent, and it shouldn't be a forged receipt because the receipt is not just going to be accepted as rent. It will also be traced to the landlord to know whether the landlord is paying appropriate withholding or whatever on the tax. So you have to educate them. It has to be a genuine receipt of their rent. So this one is, you are not going to alter this one. So where you are going to enter the actual rent of of the rent of the employee is provided. You will see it in either in this video or in a subsequent video. So tax threshold is 800, is tax free. So this by default you cannot change it. So if your company is paying any charges, you activate it. If no, you set it to no. So if your pension contribution, you have employee rates. If it changes, you can come and put it. So, but this is the minimum employee can contribute, and this the minimum employer can contribute. It can be more than that. So the proportion that is pension relief rate. So we have other statutory deduction. So are you deducting NHF from your staff? If yes, you set it to yes. If no, you set it to no. Are you deducting NSITF? If yes, you set it to yes. If no, you leave it. So are you deducting ITF? If yes, set it to yes. If no, so that's about statutory. Then you come to leave, default annual leave, you set all of this. So annual leave of the staff, default sick leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, allow leave carryover, whether somebody can, if your leave is 14 days, well, it can someone apply for 5 days, 10 days, like that. So if you allow leave carryover, you set it. If you don't allow it, you set it to no. So maximum carryover days, leave year starts, you set it at require leave approval. If you require leave approval, you set it to yes. If approval doesn't require, you leave it at no. So the idea is for employees now to apply for leave on the application. If you want to go for leave now, your application will be done on the system. So it will go through approval and all of that. That is the idea of the leave. Then that's so default work starts, default work end, grace period for late coming, enable overtime tracking. If people work beyond 5 o'clock, if you're paying overtime, you set it to yes. So you set all these parameters. If no, you set it to no. So these are the initial setup that the HR need to do. So you need to understand them, understand all of this. So once all of this has been done, so once you successfully do that, you just you save the setting so to suit your internal operation. So that has been saved. So I will stop this video here and break it so that so you see the other functionalities in the subsequent video. I hope the video helps for the initial setup. Thank you.